So you can test me when you tell me.
It has a sign up there that says connecting to serve. Okay, go ahead.
Highlights of the story of Isaachar. Isaachar was the ninth son of Jacob and the fifth son by his wife Leah. Isaachar was born in the land of Haran, in the plain of Babylon. Finally, Jacob moved his family out of Haran to the land of his grandfather Abraham in Padan Aram. And there in Padan Aram, Isaachar became the father of 4 sons: Tola, Job, who was called Jasher, and Shua, and Shimron. Later, Jacob moved his family again out of the land of Babylon unto the land of Canaan. And while in the land of Canaan, it was a famine in the land, a 7-year drought. And the second year of the drought, there was no food in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was the governor of all Egypt. And when Jacob's sons saw people coming from Egypt bringing food, and the people told them that plenty of food was in the land of Egypt, then the sons of Jacob told their father Jacob, and he sent 7 of his sons down in the land of Egypt with 30 pieces of silver each to purchase food and grains. And when they got into the province of Egypt, the people told them they would have to go to the province of Zaphnath. And so when they arrived at the province of Zaphnath, Zaphnath recognized them because they were his brothers, and he was Joseph. And he give them grains and put their money back in their sacks and sent them home. And when they arrived home, their father told them, "What have you done? You have brought the money back, the silver back." And they told him they didn't know it was in their sacks. So then he gave them another 30 pieces each of silver and gave them their pieces of silver that they brought back to return unto the man they called Zaphnath, and then pay him for the next sacks of corn and grains out of the last one he gave them. So they returned, and when they reached the man Zaphnath, whom they called Zaphnath, he filled their sacks again, and he told them, asked them about their father. How is he? Was he still alive? And they told him he was alive and doing fine. And then he asked them, did they had any other brothers? They told him they had 3 other brothers, but they stayed to keep their father's cattle. And he asked them, did they had another brother? They told him, yes, they had another brother called Benjamin, but their father doesn't let him out of their sight because of what happened to one of their other brothers. And so Joseph told them to bring him back with them. And so when they returned, they told their father, and their father told them if something would happen to Benny, he would die. But Judah declared that he would give his life for Benjamin. So they returned with Benjamin with them in the care of Judah. And when they arrived, that's when the man they called Zaphnath revealed himself and told them that he was their brother Joseph, that they thought was dead. And so then he opened his eyes and he told them to look in my eyes. And they looked in his eyes, and they knew he was their brother Joseph. And he had the people to prepare the horses and the chariots to move his father and brothers and sisters and all of their families out of the land of Canaan into the land of Egypt, into the province of one of the best projects in Egypt, the land of Goshen. And so they moved into the land of Goshen of Egypt, and they prospered there. Later, Joseph died, and when he died and was buried in Egypt, and new kings reigned, and the people, the Egyptians, they complained about the Hebrews had multiplied so and were more in numbers than the Egyptians. Then the king that knew not Joseph put burdens on them and made them Hebrew slaves. And in the process of time, the Holy Father raised up a man called Moses, the son of Nun, out of the tribe of Levi. And he led the children of Israel, the people, out of the land of Egypt into the wilderness, trying to make it to the land of Canaan that the Holy Father had promised to their forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that the land of Canaan would be their inheritance forever. And so Moses, while they headed to the wilderness, they searched and around and went in the wilderness for 40 years. And during the stops, they made 42 stops in the wilderness. And so the 35th year, Moses called the elders unto him. And Moses called the princes of each tribe unto him. And of the tribe of Judah, Caleb was the prince. And he told Caleb to go into the land of Canaan and search out the land and bring him a report. And he called the other 11 princes of the tribes and sent them to search out the land of Canaan. And so they went. And in the process of time, they returned. And Caleb brought back a true report according to his heart and told them they could possess the land, because just like their forefathers told them that the Holy Father promised them the land of Canaan, because the people in the land provoked the Almighty Holy Father to anger. And he said, just like they said, I saw with mine eyes, they serve wood and stone gods. They worship Balaam. They fear not the Almighty Heavenly Father. They provoke the Holy Father to anger. And he said, we can possess the land. They and the other 11 spies that search out the land, they came. They said, we cannot possess the land because they have giants there, and we are like grasshoppers in their sight. And the land is a dreadful land, but it's a land flowing with milk and honey. And their evil report melted the hearts of the elders and the people. And the elders and the people died. All that came out of Egypt from 20 years old and over died because of the evil report. Then the 11 spies died. Then Moses looked at Caleb and said, all the land that your feet treaded on shall be your land and your children forever. And in the process of time, Moses died, and Joshua was his successor. And Caleb and Joshua